Hello, welcome back to reading cringy stories that I wrote. Today I'm all by myself, and this is being filmed at 9:36. About to get ready for a lot of failures. Okay, today's story is called It's Over, and it's the second part of the one I read the last time, Broken Love. Okay. I lifted my head off Tate's shoulder and wiped my tears. There's no need to cry. I won't hurt you anymore, Tate said, rubbing my back. I sat there staring off at the bathroom floor, which was covered in my blood. How about I leave and you can take a shower and get your leg cleaned up, Tate said. That sounds great, I sniffled. Tate kissed the top of my head. Okay, well, when you're done, I'll be in my room, Tate said. He let me go and stood up. Please be careful and don't fall, he teased. I won't, I laughed as I watched him walk away. Once I had gotten out of the shower, I wrapped a towel around myself. I looked down at the floor and saw some clothes and bandages to wrap around my cut. I leaned down and grabbed the clothes. It was a t-shirt and some sweatpants. I'm glad it's something comfortable, I thought, as I put on the clothes. But before I put on my sweatpants, I wrapped the bandages around the shallow slice on my thigh, and then I put the sweatpants on. I looked at my wrist, and I stared at the cuts on my wrist from everything that had happened. I knew that Tate liked to look at and touch my scars. He always said, that adds to your beauty. I heard knocking on the door. Are you okay, YN? Tate asked. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm leaving now, I answered. I opened the door and saw Tate standing there, waiting for me. He had a box of Ritz crackers. He had always loved Ritz crackers for no reason. Can we go watch videos on your phone? Tate asked. Yes, Tate, we can watch videos on my phone, I laughed. It had always confused me why Tate never had a phone, but we walked back to his room and sat on his bed, and Tate handed me my phone. Can you unlock it, please? Tate said. Yeah, give me a second, I said as I typed in my phone password. Then I turned on YouTube and Tate laid his head on my shoulder. In just a few minutes, I had drifted off to sleep. I woke up to the feeling of the scars on my wrist being touched. Tate, is that you? I asked, but I got no response. But I felt the grip on my wrist get tighter. Ow, whoever that is, stop, that hurts, I demanded. I'm sorry, but I thought you said no secrets, Tate said, clearly upset about something. Tate, what are you talking about? I asked. Oh, don't act like you don't know about the scar around your neck, Tate shouted. Then I looked at him and started to cry. He let go of my wrist. Why are you crying? Tate said. I tried to kill myself, Tate, I cried. But of course you don't remember, 'cause you were probably on crack, I added. He grabbed his pocket knife off the dresser next to him. Don't bring the drugs into this. You know I quit that months ago, he yelled. No, Tate, don't lie. I know you didn't quit that shit, I shouted. Then he then raised his hand that had the knife and stabbed me in the shoulder. I fell back onto his bed, immediately putting my hand on the knife in my shoulder. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Tate cried. I started to cry. Tate jumped on top of me and grabbed the bandages that were on the dresser, and he grabbed my hand and pulled the knife out of my shoulder. I started to panic. Breathe, breathe, he kept shouting as he wrapped my shoulder with the bandages. Once he had gotten the bandages wrapped around my shoulder, he jumped off of me. I'm sorry, He said. No, Tate, I don't want to hear it, I interrupted. I grabbed his knife that he had sat back onto the dresser and took off running. Hey, get back here, Tate shouted, starting to chase after me. I looked at him as I was standing at the door, and he stood at the top of the stairs. See, I know you would. He didn't even get to finish his sentence because I had opened the door and started to run to the beach where me and Tate had met. Once I made it to the beach, I waited for Tate, and when he got there, I put the knife up to my neck. You wouldn't dare, he said calmly. Oh, but Tate, I would, I said as I slit my throat. No, not you, he cried as I was bleeding out on the floor. He fell to the ground and crawled over to me. I'm so sorry for everything, he said, holding me in his arms. But then everything stopped. No more Tate, no more nothing, just black.